your baby is 9 months and they want to explore everything right now. And one of the key concepts that they want to explore is this concept of containment. So they want to understand what contains things and what doesn't. So we included both a tube and a set of containers because research shows that the earlier you expose your baby to both tubes and containers, the deeper and richer their understanding of this important concept is. So you can kind of imagine being your baby, you're putting the ball through the tube, but it falls out of the tube. And this is fascinating for them. They're gonna wanna do this over and over again. And then they put the ball in the container, but it stays in this container. So this is really important deep learning for them at this stage. We included this ring stacker, and at first your baby is going to want to deconstruct the rings. So they're going to take these rings off of the stacker, and this comes much earlier than being able to have the hand-eye coordination to put the rings back onto the stacker. So this is really great learning for your baby. We also included a set of containers that have advancing skills. So the easiest container to open is this little flip lid, and your baby will work their fine motor skills to open the lid and close the lid. And they can put the ball in the container. They can use these containers in the bath. They have little holes so you can pour water. Then in a few months, your baby will start to be able to take this lid off. And then eventually they'll have the coordination to be able to place the lid back onto this container. So that's the next stage. And then eventually around 2, your baby will be able to have the wrist rotation to be able to rotate and put the screw top lid onto this container. So they all have holes in the bottom. They're really fun to play with in the bath, and they also nest. So these are really, really great play and entertainment for your baby. We also included a play scarf, and this scarf is so light and it's got great sensory properties. So it floats in the air. It also is really fun and tickles your baby. They love the feeling of having the scarf kind of dragged across their bodies and over their faces. And at this age, they love playing peekaboo with you. So it's really fun because they can kind of see a little bit of you through the scarf, and they can also feel like they're hiding when you put the scarf over their head, but then they can pull it off and they can still see your reaction through the scarf. So this is just kind of a really fun play scarf. Research shows that if you give your babies too many blocks, and kind of young children too many blocks, that they actually disengage with block play. So at this age, 3 blocks is a great number for them to have. And they're gonna start, you can kind of learn over the 9 and 10 months, they'll be able to start banging these blocks together. And around 11 to 12 months, they'll start to stack 1 block on top of each other. So resist the temptation that if they are not able to balance that block on top of the other block, resist the temptation to do it for them. It's all of that cause and effect, trial and error learning that they're having that's really building that deep brain connection. And then around 18 months, they'll be able to stack 3 blocks on top of each other. So this is the perfect amount of blocks for up to 18 months. And then we've included this tip and turn. And this is really a fun, highly kind of engaging, great sensory toy for your baby. It makes a really fun noise. The rattle ball is also really fun and kind of perfect for their hands to hold. And because of the stainless steel, the sound is so interesting to them. So they're going to start to work on this really important motor control where they can actually move the ball around the stainless steel track. And this is really going to be like a lot of work for them to figure out, but they're going to be so curious about this because of the bright kind of reflection and the noise that it makes. This is a Montessori classic. It is the Egg in a Cup, and it is so remarkably simple and also so engaging for your baby. So they're going to be working to use both hands, so bilateral coordination to put the egg into the cup. And this looks so simple for us, but is so interesting for them. So we often find that babies like to carry the egg around with them as they're kind of crawling, and as they get older, they're really interested in just making sure that they can, kind of work to get this egg into that cup. And social emotional learning, begins from birth, but they're really starting to tune into faces and feelings at this age. So we have this picture book of all of these darling friends for your little baby to have. They're having very different emotions. And this helps your baby to be able to see and name their feelings. So when you can name that this baby is tired or this baby's excited, this helps bring in that early social emotional awareness by labeling our feelings. This is a great first book of feelings. And then, as we know, babies love real life things. And so we made a baby safe version of keys. And we focused a lot on the sensory properties. So making sure that the jingle is just right with just a little bit of a touch. So it makes this really kind of bright sound. Babies also love to carry these around with their crawling, and later on as a toddlers, they love to be able to, have their own real life versions. And they're gonna really want to kind of mouth these keys because it just feels so good on their gums. We included a play guide that has research from all different disciplines of early childhood development. So OTs and Montessori professionals and neuroscientists have all gone into the research that is distilled into just what you need to know about the micro development windows that are opening for your baby around this age band. So we include kind of what's happening with your baby at 9 months, at 10 months, what to expect. A lot of ideas for how to play with the playthings, a lot more kind of ways to engage and make these playthings come to life and how they extend as your baby gets older. And then the best of Pinterest. So some really fun activities that you can do with stuff that you can find around the house that are really perfect for your 9 and 10 month old. So enjoy your little explorer. It is such a sweet age.